What's going on, guys? JSGC here, and we are here for another Manchester City video. Today we're going to be doing the Premier League preview between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur. Before we crack on with this video, make sure, like always, if you are enjoying the content, you want to help to support my channel, then do subscribe. Press that red button, press the bell, and put your push notifications on. We are aiming now for 16,000 subscribers. We're less than 600 subscribers away from that goal, so any help towards that would be much appreciated. Don't forget also social media links, they're in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorships, for any videos or any general business inquiries. Don't forget also to leave a thumbs up if you do enjoy this video, and most importantly let me know your thoughts in the comments below, as I'm always interested in what you do have to say. Score and team predictions, please let me know in the comments below. So let's crack on with this video. Spurs, let's speak about them. It's another big game. Pep Guardiola taking on Jose Mourinho, Etihad Stadium, February 13th, 5:30 PM GMT. Kickoff time, game live on Sky Sports as well. It's first taking on 8th. Yeah, Spurs are 8th. Not doing particularly well at this moment in time after getting off to a fairly decent start. But that doesn't mean this isn't going to be a tricky game. I'm anticipating this being a very tricky game. I know Tottenham lost in their last game 5-4 against Everton away in the FA Cup, but I'm anticipating actually what Tottenham are going to do is, instead of taking the game to Manchester City and attacking, it's kind of what they did against Everton. It didn't work. If it didn't work against Everton, certainly not going to work against us. Instead, Mourinho will go back to what he likes to do, which is park the bus, sit deep, keep it tight, try and keep Manchester City out, come forward on the counter-attack and be clinical. 1 or 2 opportunities, so City need to be very sharp, paying attention for the whole 90 minutes for this game to make sure that they don't get stung by Tottenham Hotspur's ability on the counter-attack. I'm looking towards players like Heung-min Son, who has always caused Manchester City problems. I think he's a quality football player and certainly one of the danger men, but the biggest danger man for me for Tottenham is Harry Kane. He's only just come back from injury. Tottenham's form has been very uninspiring, so to speak, whilst Harry Kane has been injured, but he is back for them, and I am expecting him to start. Certainly a danger man with how good he is on the football and how good he is at putting the ball into the back of the net if you give him half a yard to be able to shoot. There's a reason why Harry Kane's always up there as one of the top Premier League goal scorers, because he's a brilliant goal scorer, so certainly something that City need to keep an eye on, and certainly enough to keep players like John Stones and Ruben Diaz busy throughout the whole game. But like I said, it's going to be players like Son that is going to cause City problems. Likes to be nice and dynamic, run at City's defence, twisting, turning, going onto his left, going onto his right. He's a definite danger man for me. So them two players City need to keep quiet if we wanted to win this game. If we don't, we could have a big, difficult fight on our hands. But Tottenham, low on confidence. They're going to get chances in this game. They do need to go into the back of the net. If they don't, then yeah, Manchester City, I feel like could walk this game. And comfortably, City winning 15 games in a row in all competitions. It's a new record. City in great form. Pep Guardiola, Premier League Manager of the Month. Ilkay Gundogan, Premier League Player of the Month for the, as well. City definitely the in-form side, the team to stop, and Tottenham Hotspur need to try and find a way to do that. How do they do that? It's going to be very difficult. Like I said, we'll have to keep no gaps, keep City out, score first and put us under pressure. The only example I can think of would be the Leicester game when Manchester City faced them. But even then, City went ahead, so it didn't kind of go to plan for Manchester City that day against Leicester. But they were nice and dynamic on the counter-attack, and I think I'm going to expect the same here from Tottenham as what Leicester tried in City's first home game of this season in the Premier League. So we'll see what happens with regards to that. I'm sitting here, I am confident. I'm more confident now than what I was maybe 24 hours ago when I was a bit uncertain on the injury status of Rodri and Ruben Diaz. Pep has confirmed that them two are both fit to play in this game, both back in training as well, which is really good to see. So yeah, it does install me with a little bit of confidence going into this game, and I'm confident that we can pick up the 3 points. And to be fair, if Manchester City want to win the Premier League trophy in May, a look to games at home. I'm thinking we need to be winning all our games at home. I'm looking towards games against top quality teams. We had last weekend against Liverpool, went to Anfield and won there for the first time since 2003. We got that done, and so we need to follow that up. Can we follow this up with a Premier League victory once more against Tottenham Hotspur? At home, we lost, of course, at Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Looking to try and repay the favour would be really good. But I reckon this is going to be a really tight game. It's going to come down to who's going to be clinical and how the game's going to pan out. Now, before I do get on with what I think is going to happen in the game of my team prediction, I am just going to go through some team news. Now, City did have a little bit of an injury crisis on their hands. We know we've got no Nathan Ake. We know we've got no Kevin De Bruyne, no Sergio Aguero, and no Fernandinho. It was very nearly a case of no Rodri either for us, and possibly the impact of having no Ruben Diaz as well. Ruben Diaz has had a stomach bug. He's back in training, and I would say he's in contention to start. I'd be surprised even if he still had the stomach bug if he didn't start in this game. Ruben Diaz doesn't come across as the type of player that wouldn't play in a big important Premier League match because he's got a stomach bug. Doesn't come across as that type of player, if I'm completely honest. With Rodri, I was very concerned with the injury that he picked up to the back of his ankle. Went straight down the tunnel in the game against Swansea, which Manchester City won 3-1 in the FA Cup, and we've now got Everton, by the way, in the quarter-final, if he wasn't aware. That's at Goodison Park, by the way. Then yeah, I was concerned that he wouldn't be fit to play in this game. And with no Fernandinho, I've been speaking about and preparing my preview beforehand this morning, and that was all based on who might be playing in defensive midfield, because no Fernandinho and it was a possibility of no Rodri. I thought it might even be maybe one of John Stones if Diaz was fit to play, and Laporte would play possibly in at centre back along with Ruben Diaz, and John Stones could go further ahead, or Cancelo could go into defensive midfield, because we've seen him go more into defensive midfield. But as far as I'm concerned, I don't think we need to worry about that. I think it's, this team that I'm going to put out is pretty self-explanatory, and because of that, ultimately, I think Manchester City can get the job done. And I'm confident in the team that they can get that job done. So I'm going to go for 2-0 to Manchester City. I wouldn't be surprised if Tottenham did score. If they are going to score, I'm confident it's going to be one of either Son or Harry Kane. Probably Son, if I'm completely honest. But I am confident with City's ability to keep things tight at the back. This is a new Manchester City. This is a Manchester City that's in form, a City team that knows how to defend, that is organised. And I'm confident we can keep the clean sheet and we can find the back of the net for at least a couple of goals. And so yeah, I'm going to go for 2-0 to Manchester City. Would love to know in the comments below what your score prediction is for this game. I'm going to go for Ederson in goal for Manchester City, Cancelo starting at right back. I think it will be Zinchenko going in at left back. I would not be surprised to see Aymeric Laporte go in into that left back three, so to speak, from Manchester City. But I reckon it's going to be Cancelo starting along with Zinchenko. I'm going for Stones and Ruben Diaz to be starting at the back for Manchester City. Rodri in defensive midfield sitting just in front of them. Ilkay Gundogan playing in the double pivot once more, which has been he's looked rejuvenated for Manchester City this season. Ilkay Gundogan has. And I'm going with no Kevin De Bruyne for Bernardo Silva to go in that slot once more. Phil Foden, he's going to start in my opinion. He's got to start in my opinion as well. He's just too good of a player not to be starting. I'd go with Foden. He looked dynamic on that right-hand side against Liverpool. So I'd get Foden in on that side and Sterling in on the left-hand side. If it's not working after maybe the first 10-15 minutes, swap them. Get Sterling on the right-hand side and Foden on the left. Natural left footer on the left-hand side. Natural right footer on the right-hand side. Keep changing it up. See what happens, and I'm going for Jesus to start up top, although I would not be surprised at all to see Ferran Torres starting up top for Manchester City. My problem was, though, I thought Ferran Torres had an alright game against Swansea. I didn't think he did enough to warrant a start in this game. But that's just my opinion. You are free to your own opinion. Do let me know your score and team prediction in the comments below. In terms of betting tips for this game, I'm going to go for a Manchester City win. I'm going to go for a Manchester City also to keep a clean sheet. I'm going to go for, if I go for a first yellow card, if it was going to be a City player, I speak more about City than I do Spurs because I know a lot more. If I'm looking at City, I'd probably go with someone into midfield, maybe Gundogan or someone like that, making a tactical foul possibly on the counter-attack. In terms of corners, I'd go for City to have more corners. Yeah, so they're my betting tips for this game. I think you've been very risky if you're going for both teams to score, considering I feel like City are very organised at the back and Mourinho's going to park the bus. So I'd probably stay clear of that. It may be worthwhile going for a 0-0. Possibly. I don't think that would be a good result for Manchester City. Not a bad result, but not a good result either. I'm looking for City to pick up a win. We know that we can maintain our distance at the top of the Premier League table and stay at least 5 points clear going into our game in hand that we've got on Wednesday against Everton away. Win this game and win that match against Everton, we know we're going to be at least 8 points clear at the top of the Premier League table, which could be very, very important come the last game of the season. So there we go, that has been my preview. I hope you enjoyed the preview. Like I said, let me know your score and team prediction in the comments below. Don't forget also to leave a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video. Subscribe if you're new around here. Don't forget also social media links in the description below and sliding across at the bottom of the screen if you want to go and follow me on my Twitter and Instagram. Email also in the description below too if you want to hit me up for any sponsorship training videos or any general business inquiries. And we'll be back again tomorrow for the live watch along of this match between Manchester City and Tottenham Hotspur. So I'll see you then. Fingers crossed. 3 points for Manchester City and another solid performance. Delighted though that we've got Rodri and Ruben Diaz ready to go for this game. Let's make it 16 wins in a row. That would be fantastic. Pep taking on Jose Mourinho. The old rivalry is back once more. So I'll see you all again for that video tomorrow. I've been JSGC. Thank you everyone for watching. I hope everyone is safe and well. Peace. Ciao for now.